What's going on, guys? So today I want to do a short review, which is probably not going to end up being short, unfortunately, on this Junji Ito book, No Longer Human. Now, let me first start by saying I'm a pretty big Junji Ito fan, as you can probably see. This isn't actually an original Junji Ito story. This is by Osamu Dazai. Might be pronouncing that wrong. Osamu Dazai. He's an illustrator and book writer from the 1920s, I believe, who committed suicide and attempted to commit suicide a few times prior to that. His life story, this is supposed to be his life story, which he wrote himself. I believe this was the last story that he wrote prior to his successful attempted suicide in the late 1940s by drowning. He was also working on another book at the time, from what I read, called Goodbye, but I don't think that was published or was ever finished. So I think this is his basically his goodbye. This is not by Junji Ito. It does have Junji Ito's work, and I'm guessing he had some input in certain things in here, but this is not an original Junji Ito story. I do give warning for this book. If you suffer from any mental illness, depression, or are sensitive to child abuse, child molestation, sexual nudity, drugs, violence, anything of that sort, you should probably steer clear of reading this book, or if you do, tread lightly. It has very disturbing images. Now, if you've read Junji Ito before, you know most of his stuff is pretty disturbing and gory, but this is on a different level because it includes more of a suicidal thought. It includes more like suicide tendencies and molestation and rape, things of that nature, things that are a bit more dark. Also, this is all based on his life, Osamu. So it kind of hits closer to home for certain people. So I advise that if you do read this, because there's a big craze going on right now, people getting into Junji Ito's work. Again, this is far from his normal stuff. So it's a great book. Me personally, I would prefer to steer clear of books like this. I mainly got it because of Junji Ito, because I'm a fan of his, but yeah, it's pretty dark. If you want to, I would advise you to go slowly on reading it, take breaks. Again, if you're not affected by certain things, then you could probably read it all in one sitting. I'll get more into the book itself. The book feels nice. This is what do you call this? A dust sheet, something like that. So you can basically remove it, and it reveals more artwork. So I'll actually show you that piece. I'm actually not a fan of books that have those dust covers. I would prefer if the book was just like this. I am going to keep it though, because I like the artwork on it, and it's like the original stuff that came on it. So for collector's purposes, I'll keep that. Hopefully this is coming up on camera. Artwork by Junji Ito, again. Amazing artist. And I'll show some of the artwork inside without giving away too much. I'll try to show something that's not too graphic. All right, hopefully you can pick this up. Spoiler alert, by the way. I'm just showing the artwork. So again, to wrap up the review, I'm a big fan of Junji Ito. I love his work. I'm a big fan of Uzumaki. I love the short stories in like Shiver and Smashed. And, you know, pretty much all his work I'm a big fan of. Slug Girl, Suichi's stories. But yeah, if you're getting into this, just, you know, look a bit more into the original author and, you know, go from there. That pretty much wraps up my review. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them below. And if you want to give me your personal opinion on the book, please feel free to, because I would love to know more people's opinions on this specific book. I do know there's actually a book prior to this that is by Osamu Dazai called No Longer Human. It's less of a art manga and more of just a book itself, which I'm actually slightly intrigued to read because I think there'll be more juiciness in it than this. But maybe some other time in my life I would. I think I'm at a point right now in my life where I wouldn't want to. Personal reasons. But yeah, that pretty much wraps up my review on No Longer Human. Thanks for watching, and give me a thumbs up and your opinions, of course. Take care. Peace.